Good morning, jury. This is our final court case out of all the grades for the 2021 school year and my final court case ever at Freedom Academy. That being said, today we have the team of Aiden and Kate who have been waiting patiently for their case. They are now ready against Dylan and Johnny, who are filling in just to have a little fun, a little bit of extra credit, and to give you an opponent. Today's case is Wolf guilty of murder? Outside of my chambers, the team of Aiden and Kate decided they wanted to give opening statements first. That means Johnny and Dylan, obviously you will give your second. Aiden, Kate, your opening statements.
Thank you, honorable jury and judge and fellow citizens of Woodland Park. Today we'll be prosecuting the killer wolf for eating the grandma and digesting her bones in his stomach. And, well, that's it.
Kate, do you have anything to add?
I think you might have forgotten our names. So, I am Kate, and this is Aiden, and we're defending that Wolf is guilty of devouring Grandma, and yeah.
Thank you. So jury team A is entering a plea of guilty. Johnny, Dylan, the last time I ever say this on this campus, your opening statements.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I am Dylan Pate, and this is my fellow attorney, Johnny Valancourt. Today, we are going to prove that the wolf is not guilty of murder, and in fact, the grandma is not even dead, and that all of what they say is actually lies.
Okay, jury, team B has entered a plea of innocent. Go ahead and score opening statements. And back over to you, Aiden and Kate. Do you have any comments, witnesses, or evidence you'd like to share?
We have a witness,
Who?
the hunter who actually opened the wolf.
Okay, so just say the name.
Yeah,
The hunter. Hunter, to the stand. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, or whomever you believe in?
I do.
Okay. Jury witness one is Hunter.
We also have a piece of evidence.
Okay. Tell us what it is. Make sure we can see it.
This is actually the skull of the wolf who ate Grandma. And you might seem it's small, but actually the wolf was underage when he ate it, meaning that he had to eat Grandma by piece. So, what did you see Grandma being eaten? And what did you do? Did you help? Did you kill the wolf to help the grandma?
I went to go try to help Grandma, and then the wolf had already eaten Grandma, and then the wolf tried to run and eat me, so I killed the wolf.
Okay, so when you
Hunter, you killed the wolf.
I killed the wolf.
So when you opened its stomach, what did you find?
I found Grandma dead.
You opened the wolf's stomach.
Yes.
Why?
What hunters do when they're hunting is usually they take fur and they take the meat off of the thing.
Okay, so as you were gutting it and getting its resources, I guess we'll call it, you saw Grandma in there.
Grandma was
And we actually have certificate of death showing that she died during the.
All right, jury, go ahead and enter in skull, also certificate of death. This is to acknowledge the death of
Jesse Raymond Jeff.
Jesse Raymond Jeff. That's Grandma?
Yeah.
Oh. Certificate of death.
And to prove that she couldn't defend herself, we have some drugs, actually. she hasn't been taking the drugs for about 3 days, and sadly, she had a bad disease. She has autism and
White powder.
dyslexia. You don't know what? Does anybody not know who dyslexia is?
I've never met him.
Dyslexia is a disease that eats away the brain to the point of death.
And it causes lots of confusion and
Yes,
you can't
it
remember.
causes confusion. So that's why the wolf thought. That's why Grandma thought the wolf was Red Riding Hood, because dyslexia eats away the brain, and she starts forgetting and forgetting and forgetting everything faster and faster, to the point where she doesn't even know her own granddaughter's name or where she is. And because she hasn't even taken her pills to, I don't know, slow it down, it's been going faster and faster and faster.
Death is imminent.
Yes. So, basically.
Make sure we entered in medication. Do you have any other questions, though, for the hunter at this point?
No.
Do you have any questions for Hunter?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I actually have some evidence.
Let's do questions for Hunter first.
Okay.
We'll get back to the evidence.
So is it true that you actually killed the wolf?
Yes, I killed the wolf.
Okay. So is the clothing you're wearing right now actually the wolf's fur?
Yes, it is.
Oh, you made a jacket out of the wolf.
Is it true that you actually heard, because you were in the same room, actually heard the wolf eat Grandma?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What was your feelings toward it? Like, what do you think he was doing at the time?
I thought that the wolf was trying to eat Grandma, so I went to try to help him.
Okay.
Jury, go ahead and enter in coat as evidence.
No further questions.
Cross-examine Hunter.
Yes. Now, as he just said,
Hunter, will you scoot your chair
Aedan.
forward?
over here has said that wolf was underage and very small. As you can see, the skull of it was around this. Now, when you see a wolf, it usually has gray fur, correct? Now, with a skull about that big, I would assume the wolf may be this big. Now, with gray fur and only this much to use, do you think you could make a brown fur coat that big?
So, sir, are you proposing there are no brown wolves?
There could be, but I'm not. But I'm saying a wolf with that skull does not have enough fur on it to make that.
So the size of this skull does not match this. Gotcha. Okay.
Now, I would like to bring up an evidence to use.
Okay,
Cross-examine.
let's go. Do you have any more questions for the hunter?
No. I do.
Okay, let's go to Hunter, and then we'll go to your evidence, guys.
So, Hunter, you said that you were in the same room as Grandma when she died.
No, I'm not.
Really? Then what was that before, saying you thought you heard her in the same room?
No, I said I was in the other room and I heard her.
You were in the other room. I thought you were chopping wood. In the story, it states that you chop wood.
Do you have evidence of that?
I do.
Okay.
DLTK teach Red Riding Hood. It's on.
Okay, I did not.
Objection.
In the story, it states that you were chopping wood, and then you saw Red Riding Hood running down, screaming, "Wolf, wolf! She's eating my grandma!" Now, I don't think that would mean that you were in the other room. You were outside chopping wood. If Red Riding Hood came out at no further questions, Jeremy.
Okay. Hunter, what did you kill the wolf with?
A
Yeah.
A bow and arrow?
A bow and
A
arrow.
sword.
Sword.
An axe.
All of it.
I don't, yes.
Okay.
I killed it.
Counselor Aedan and Kate, what did he kill the wolf with?
A knife.
a knife. Do we have the knife by any chance?
Yes.
We do. Let me see it. Enter in
Don't
knife.
remember that.
You didn't tell me.
Let's see the knife, and then you may step down, Hunter. We're gonna see their knife, and then we're gonna go to your evidence over there. Enter in knife into this evidence.
Reply.
Dylan and Johnny, comments, witnesses, or evidence you want to share?
I would like to pull up.
Let's do it. What is this?
It is a FBI certified lie detector based on the patch on the bottom here.
Lie detector test, enter that into the evidence.
It has the signature of an FBI officer.
Okay, explain to the jury why we have this in court
Now,
today.
this lie detector is used to prove whether what these people are saying is true or false. Now, can I recall up the Hunter?
Hunter to the stand. Put your dead wolf back on.
Now, this Hunter has a huge jacket made of too much fur for a wolf that big. It's brown and didn't know what he killed the wolf with. That's already really suspicious. Now, if you would put your hand in this box for me, please. Thank you. Now, you killed the wolf, correct?
Yes.
That just went to false. The red-
Wow, that needle moved, didn't it?
That shows that this person was lying. Now,
There's a knob under there.
what?
You're lying.
Hunter, shh, ask the
This
question.
is FBI certified, and I'm the one asking the questions here. So, you now you were in the other room as the wolf, correct?
Yes.
It just went to lie again. So, I think that proves that this person is lying.
The bloody liar. Okay, we don't have to raise hands. Everyone will get say here. Johnny, do you have anything else for the Hunter? No?
No.
Boys, what would you like to say?
That is
Just
fake.
one of you get up.
Objection, we already showed it to the stand, it's FBI approved, and we already showed it was real evidence.
And it has
Thank
a
you.
signature.
I
from
would like to hear what
FBI.
they have to say. No more objections.
That is a fake lie detector. As you can see, there is clearly like a stick poking out the bottom. So whenever they want it to lie or say truth, they move the stick.
We, I think most of the jury has taken that into consideration.
Yeah.
We have a big major debate in our brain to trust the stick or trust the sticker that says FBI.
And also the reason he did not remember what he killed the wolf with is because he kills so many animals. He kills so many animals like every single day using.
What's your
a
favorite
variety of
animal to kill?
weapons.
Deer.
He knew that right away. Thank you. Do you have any comments you would like to share, Aiden?
Yes. Can I suggest that you permanently
No,
drive?
that's not.
He is allowed to see presented evidence.
So
You're
I'm
allowed
like,
to see their presented
so if I
evidence.
put my hand in here and say I'm a boy. How do you do this?
Oh my God. He lied.
It's real. See, he's not lying. It was agreed. He's not lying.
Reverse anime traps.
Aiden, continue.
So if you move this like this, it goes to false and this to right. He didn't say, why is there lined paper in this? It's made out of cardboard.
It's cushion for your hand.
It's
cushion for your hand.
Why is the FBI certified thing?
Please return the detector. Hunter, you may step down. Jury, we have a decision to debate. do we trust the FBI sticker or do we go with that's a stick?
So it's FBI approved.
Thank you, we said that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to you guys. Go ahead and score Hunter. Both teams score Hunter. Dylan and Johnny, comment, witness, or evidence.
We have witness we on a chair.
Who?
We have grandma.
Grandma to the stand. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and the truth, so help you God, or whomever you believe in?
And we also
All right,
have,
jury, witness 2 is
we
grandma.
also have evidence to prove this is the real grandma.
Thank you. Let's see it. This certifies that Jesse Ramon was born to nobody.
Well, you see, the reason that it's marked NA is because the father wasn't there, and we don't know who the father was because she didn't say, and her mother died during birth, so that's really tragic. But she
But we still know her name.
well, no, not really, because she was heading right there, and she wasn't able to speak.
Continue.
Okay, so, actually, what's your birthday, Grandma?
That's what the paper says.
There you go. She didn't even have to look at the paper. This is the real grandma. She would be able to know, and I marked that pills false. Can I have a look at those
I
medications?
can't find the pills anymore.
Medication.
Bring them back.
On these pills, there is no marking. It has no marking to show that it is.
Mark, what do you mean? Like a label saying whose it is, what it
label.
is?
No saying, it doesn't have a marking saying who's it for or where or when to take it. It's blank with ice in here or whatever this is. Here you go. I'll just say. Enjoy that.
Okay, so questions for grandma?
Right. Questions for Grandma.
That's what I said.
What happened that day when where were you that day? You obviously were at the house, but where were you that day?
So I had asked the wolf to babysit the kids for me. So like I could go out on the lake, which is near the house by the way, so that I could have a little me time. And so I asked him to babysit for me.
Right.
Is that a normal thing to ask a wolf to babysit your
Well,
kids?
I had known him for a year. He lived in the neighborhood. So I'm like,
So she had a babysitter. She needed alone time. She was stressed out. Whatever. She had a babysitter all set. She was able to do her things. Now I propose the reason why the wolf dressed up as grandma is because if Red Riding Hood
Easy for you to say.
Red Riding Hood walked into the house and saw a wolf there in grandma's bed babysitting, she would get scared. She doesn't want to see a wolf there. So I proposed that the wolf was babysitting, and when she saw that it was the wolf, she ran out. And what happened when you heard her running out? What happened?
oh well, I got scared, so I like fell out of the boat, which is why I was wet. So
And in this actual story online, it states that the wolf regurgitated the wolf spit
Nothing
out
like a
grandma.
good court case with the word regurgitated in it.
The wolf spit out grandma, and then there she was, all wet. Really, what I propose is that grandma came out running, saying, "Little Red Riding Hood, it's okay." The hunter here, at least I assume, did not know what was going on, all he heard was someone screaming in the other room, and threw out the wolf. He had no idea who the wolf was or what he
Okay,
did.
questions for grandma? You have questions for?
How long have you known Red Riding Hood?
well, about 8 years now.
That would mean Red Riding Hood is safe. So thank you. No further questions.
Whew. Cross-examine Grandma. Let's keep it to just questions.
I go across the same. So, how do you explain this? Certification of debt.
Let me see. So you have a certificate from the coroners. Go ahead and enter in death certificate.
We already did.
No, we did.
No, we do not. We have a, oh, we do have death certificate. So they have, oh, we already looked at this, yes.
Yeah, but I
So
thought
you're,
it
you're
probably-
re-bringing the evidence up saying,
Yeah.
how are you here if they have a certificate saying you're dead?
Yeah.
Maybe let it take this stuff. And
Yeah.
you guys think about it.
Also, we actually have the name of your husband. And he's right here. And the wedding. What is your husband's name? You should probably know him. Then what's this wedding ring?
You see it on my finger?
Oh no. So
All right,
so
jury, I know we're having a little fun, but we gotta be able to hear. Enter in, wedding ring.
So how do you have a wedding ring and divorce papers if you don't have a husband? And how do you not have a? How do you have a? How do
Check
you,
the test.
test is a
No,
cardboard
No,
box.
leave the thing there. She is already under oath.
And there's the husband's right here, so you should probably know his name.
Grandmother, have you ever been married?
Then how do you explain the wedding ring? This divorce papers.
He's holding on his
With-
finger.
May I see the
On my
divorce
finger.
papers? Enter in divorce papers for team A.
Not my
Says separation agreement, AKA divorce papers. What is your explanation for the divorce papers?
So
Well, I was never married.
So you don't know what this is. Okay. Side note, real fast, this team and this team, this is a really good case. It's fun. It's on topic. It's intelligent. Keep going.
okay, so it has where you live on here. So where do you live?
In a house.
Where though?
Can you announce what do you want to know, street or?
The district, the where you are.
Okay, but my friend is, I didn't have a husband, so how am I supposed to know what address you put down if I didn't go out there?
So then how do you have your signature here?
That's not a good picture.
Okay,
Signature?
Jesse.
Says Jesse.
So please help me. You should probably know because you've been living there for years, right? So tell me, well, what's your country and where's your district?
What country do you live in, Grandma?
United States.
United States.
Really, it says Britain here.
Where I sound British to you.
No, doesn't mean you don't have an accent. Who said all British people have an accent?
Okay,
You don't.
keep your questioning. Keep your questioning.
So it should be easier than the name of the district.
What's the district? I don't know what that
What's a
means.
district?
District is like Scottsdale, for
Oh, what
example.
county?
Yeah.
Okay, what part of United States do you live in?
Can you serve me?
Really, because it says you're from Britain.
Where in Britain does it say she's from?
Woodland Ages.
Woodland Ages, Britain.
Okay then. So where you live, would you say there's any trees nearby? Oh, really? Is there a forest nearby? Okay.
And
Well-
then
In many pieces of evidence, and even some of the things that you guys have said that the huntsman was chopping down trees.
I told her
which-
what trees or not.
Yeah, but the huntsman had to be in a forest to chop down many trees. It's not like he's gonna go half a mile to get another tree. Like he's gotta be in a forest to chop down trees. And if there's no trees near your house,
I literally said there was trees. I just said the
She's saying there's
Like 2
trees.
minutes away.
Basically, she's saying there are trees, but in her opinion, not enough to call it a forest.
Would you say that wolves live in forests?
No. Because those people down here.
Remember, you're under oath.
I'm giving my opinion down here. Like, there'll be a neighborhood that's running around. They're not always in like forest.
So you're saying right here, you're saying right here in
Yeah.
Phoenix, Arizona,
Yeah.
wolves live in houses.
I didn't
And
say
run
houses,
around.
I said streets. They run down the streets in neighborhoods, but they don't always live in the forest.
Well, wouldn't you say that's kind of like a hazard? Having wolves run around because wolves
What
are
am I
like,
gonna do about it? Call their mom? Call their mom?
Grandma, just answer yes
I
or
answered the
no. Yes or no. Give any
why are
other.
there wolves running around your city anyways? How do we know it's not a fake city?
I literally have no idea why I'm running around. Literally can't even answer that.
Okay,
They have their own.
here's what I got. Grandma, step down.
Yes. Yeah, one more thing.
No. Grandma, step down. Jury, score grandma in this heated court case. I love this case. Aiden and Kate, comments, witnesses, or evidence?
Comments? As she said in her story, she fell out of a boat. Really, there's rivers in Scottsdale. Either that.
I am going to have to remove jurors from this courtroom
Well, there
in that vicinity.
are rivers in Scottsdale, but not big ones usually. Neither is that. Why is there deers in not the natural habitat? And isn't Scottsdale a desert zone? Why would a deer, a wolf with heavy fur, living in a desert? It makes no sense. Why would a coat this thick, this would actually kill the wolf for its small size, they said, in a hot desert zone in summer.
In summer.
We also have a witness.
Hallelujah. What is this?
Sugar.
No, that is not sugar.
He said it's like water.
Why are you eating it?
Who is your witness?
And Grandpa himself, Raymond Rose's Jeff.
Grandpa to the stand.
Eating evidence. It's just like we got some drugs.
Sir,
Okay.
ma'am, grandma, go take your nap. Left hand. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, nothing but God, or whomever you believe in? Okay. All right, jury. This is a very, hold on, Aiden, very entertaining, I think, good court case. Please keep it down when I bang the gavel. This is witness 3, guys, grandpa. Go ahead.
So usually we don't talk about this, but Grandma had autism and dyslexia. Was she angry and violent usually?
Seems like she definitely.
Why
had
did
those
you bring up her
characteristics.
grandma?
Speak up, grandpa.
She wanted to move.
What do you mean? Like move away to somewhere that away from your family to Britain Woodland Ages, not Scottsdale.
Away from
Okay. So you got a divorce on the first day of September 1920.
Can I ask why you divorced, grandma? What was it that wasn't working for you two anymore?
she was mean to me and she wanted to
Continue.
And she had autism and dyslexia. And as Dylan said, they don't know who the mother is. They don't know who the mother is at all. Actually, it's Jessie, like her name.
What are you doing?
Her mother is named Jessie. So she would have been called Jessie Jr. or something. I don't know. I'm not her family. But can she pronounce her middle name? It's pretty simple, actually. Everybody should know their middle name.
Who are you
She's
talking
not
to?
up at the stand,
Yeah, we're-
bro.
Sir, I do not want to have to remove a counselor from the courtroom. Do you have a question for Grandpa before he dozes off?
So how long were you married to Grandma before you split up with her? 3 years. One was. So she had autism.
So Grandpa, how old are you?
70.
So you met Grandma at the age of 67,
Yeah.
married her for 3, and now you're back to single at 70.
You said there's no love at old age.
Like, no, I guess. Continue.
Okay, so was she depressed because of the sickness that would have eaten away her brain and killed her? Was murdered. She was depressed, yes. And
One more question.
did she like to go into the water? Maybe she was like she didn't like swimming because she lived in Scottsdale. I don't know. Did she like going in the water? Then how in the world did she say she got into a boat and fell out?
Okay, good question. We'll leave it there.
I
Cross-examine. We have to speed up. Cross-examine.
Okay, Grandpa. So you said you married that woman over there, the grandma. Do you think she looks very autistic, or you know?
No one said autism. No one has mentioned autism.
Yeah, he would. He literally
He said that she had autism.
He had autism.
Autistic, schizophrenic, and
No, I have autism. I had autism. And I had dyslexia, which is getting away from my brain.
Okay.
That's the medicine.
sorry,
but we've already
I think the medication's kicking in. Continue.
Okay, so while you were married, did you see her act out with dyslexia or autism? Like when?
One day we can't hear you.
And so you are a taller, a lot stronger man than that woman over there who's the grandma, right? So you could just be beaten by her with just overpowered.
Okay, let's get back to, is the wolf guilty of murder?
Right. Okay. So grandma, did you ever see the wolf? You never saw the wolf.
Speak up, Grandpa.
No.
All right. So now, where did you say that you lived? Now, that is the exact same answer as grandma over there. Now, if you guys think it's bad that she didn't know where she lived, this grandpa doesn't know where he lives either.
Thank you. Thank you. Grandpa, what drove you to a relationship with the grandma? What was it about her? Smart? Beautiful? She was a smart lady and you just kind of clicked. Okay. All right, Grandpa, step down.
Wait, no, I have.
No, Grandpa's stepping down. Jury, go ahead and score Grandpa. All right, we do have to pick up the pace a little. That's why I'm cutting some of you off at this point. Let's get to you guys. Comments, witnesses, or do you have evidence?
I have some comments.
Make it quick.
You have a witness. You have a witness.
Who's the witness?
You would like to call up the wolf?
Oh, yeah. Wolf to the stand.
Oh, really? Really?
I have so much
I promise to tell the truth. Your witness. I didn't do it.
Grandma said that she's known you for a while. How long have you known her?
Oh, man. I'd say 15 plus years.
15 plus. Has she been nice to you? How has she acted for you?
Well, for us to have a friendship of 15 plus years, it must be pretty good. We regularly, annually exchange Christmas cards, birthday gifts.
Right. There's if someone who's been married for 3 years doesn't like her, maybe something happened, maybe an argument, I don't know, but if someone who's been married to her and nothing got along, but an animal has been nice and has been nice to Grandma, and Grandma's
She never
been
gave me
nice back.
gifts.
I think you're very good for that. No further questions, Your Honor.
Good.
Yes. So, Wolf, you came over to her house on the day that they said the murder happened. Okay. Now, she said that she wanted you to babysit the kids. Yes.
I've done
Okay.
it a few times.
All right. So now, don't you think that you thought that Red Riding Hood would be scared if she saw a wolf there, right? So, because you thought she would be scared if she saw a wolf, you dressed up like the grandma in order for Little Red Riding Hood to not be
Nailing
scared.
it.
No further questions.
Cross-examine the wolf.
Okay, how are you? Look, you're literally a human being. You're just making ooh sounds.
He's not.
How do you not have a snout? Where is your no? Where's your fur? Where's your fur? Where is your fur? Where is that? Keep it
All right.
You have no snout. You're like
Listen up. Go ahead.
you're literally a human. I don't even have a muscle. Can you stop making sound like
I have it.
All right. Let's take them up.
Okay, I actually have some evidence. I actually have 3 pieces of evidence.
Okay, let's see real fast.
So I have a pillow that the grandma was laying on before she died.
That is Grandma's last place she laid her head.
I also have some DNA samples showing that this grandma was actually laying on this.
Some like hair follicles.
No.
What is it?
It's a Q-tip. They actually found some DNA strands off the pillow.
Okay.
Showing that she was actually laying on this pillow. And
The
I
pillow
also
does
have,
match what Grandma was wearing. So,
and I also have a book that she was reading.
what was she reading?
She was reading a book called The Host.
Because she was the host.
She was reading this book because she was sick in bed and she couldn't really get up. That's why she called for Red Rain to open the door. But what she didn't know is that it was the wolf.
Okay, so
And-
all this proves her last final moments.
Yes.
Do you have any questions for Wolf?
I know. So you say that you're wolf, right?
Oh.
If you're wolf, where's your teeth? Where's like your sharp teeth? Your sharp teeth. Also, where's your muzzle? And also, why aren't you walking on all fours?
That's just weird, man.
I've seen rats with them. If you're a wolf, you should be doing what normal wolves do, walking on all fours, not howling every 5 seconds, and occasionally growling.
All right, so I don't have an answer for that. I don't know.
I'm gonna come up. I have.
Quickly,
Also-
and then we're gonna, what?
I have some.
So here's what we got.
evidence-
We got his last evidence, his last questions, and then we're gonna go closing.
I have some evidence showing that this actually ties a little bit back to the huntsman. But I have some evidence showing that the huntsman actually has killed multiple wolves before, and this is actually some wolf fur in here. Some wolf fur in this test tube that was actually found at the crime scene. So like on her bed,
That's my fur,
the wolf's fur.
wolf's fur.
We don't know.
Your last comment, and then we're gonna
So,
close.
yes.
In the files, they said they cut open your stomach. Why aren't you dead and have no scars from a knife? Just we already showed you guys a knife.
Would you like to see my scar?
No, and how are you still moving? They put rocks in your stomach.
So you couldn't move.
One of the only ones you can be up.
And why don't you have no muzzle? We've been talking about this. Rats have a bigger muzzle than you. And howling like it's not even a thing. No wolf stands up like a human being and sits in a chair like we're a foreign person. How do they know human speech? How do they even know human speech? Tell me that. We see you talk.
All right,
Human speech.
have a seat.
I have one more piece of evidence.
Go ahead and score the wolf.
Be quiet. Does this look familiar? We need to be the wolf. Wait. Okay.
All right. Score the wolf. Last bit of evidence. Come over here, and then we're gonna close because we're running out of time, guys.
I would show this to the wolf, but the wolf isn't currently here
Wolf.
anymore.
Had
Go. But does this look familiar to the wolf?
rhetorical. Just tell us what it is at this point.
This is actually the hat that the wolf wore to trick Red Riding into walking into the house, and showing that the wolf actually wore that. And yeah, the wolf actually wore that to deceive Red Riding Hood. And that's actually just some proof that the wolf actually killed Grandma,
Enter
took her
wolf's
stuff,
hat.
and then wore that hat to get another snack.
Thank you. Okay, we got it. This is very good. I hate to speed it up this much. Closing statements, please.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we have proved that the wolf is not guilty and that what they said was lies. Also, all of that stuff they just showed, they didn't even have a lab report to show that that was actually the grandma's DNA. That stuff, there's no lab reports. They're just making stuff up. That wolf's hat, we have no idea if that's actually the wolf's hat. They don't have any proof to show that it is, other than, oh, here's a hat, it's the wolf's. There you go. And I hope you agree with us and you guys choose the right decision.
Thank you. Your closing statements.
Thank you for the time, honorable judge and jury, and the people who participated with the cardboard box with the pencil in it. We have proven that a wolf that could speak killed Grandma and is dead, and that Grandma had a mental disease that stopped her from knowing that it was a wolf, that she was sick and she couldn't read. And neither is that. We also have divorce papers showing that she was hot-tempered and depressed.
Okay, anything else?
She could read barely, but. And Grandma said she was smart, but let's face it,
Thank
dyslexia does not make you smart.
you. Will you two please step outside? Excellent court case. Kate and Aedan, go ahead too. Excellent court case. Jury, please leave your comments in the box.